What is up, YouTube? It is Gary with Abiding Word, and I see that the Will Smith Jada Pinkett situation is trending right now. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and react to it myself. So apparently, Will Smith has come out and said a few more things about his marriage life with Jada Pinkett Smith, and so hey, let me see what he's talking about, and then I'm just gonna give you guys my thoughts, unfiltered, unedited. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna give you guys my thoughts, so we're gonna go from there. Let's get it popping.
Responsibility to make your wife happy, right? Just like it's not my wife's responsibility to make me happy. It's my responsibility to make me happy, and it's her responsibility.
All right, I'm already done with Will Smith. I'm already done, and the video just started. I'm done. Not playing, but dude, he said it's not your responsibility to make your wife happy, and it's not your wife's responsibility to make you happy. That is a lie. That is not true. Now, if he meant that you can't be the source of your spouse's happiness, then that is true. And that's a deep thought, because God has to be the source of their happiness for them to truly be happy, because we are flawed and imperfect. So we are going to disappoint our spouse. We're not going to meet all their expectations. Some days we're going to have really bad days where we just don't do anything right. And we might even hurt our spouse at times in our fallenness, in our sinful nature. So if our spouse tries to put all their eggs in our basket and say, you are the source of my happiness, or my happiness depends on you over God, then they're going to be sadly disappointed. And that is not a wise thing to do. And the Bible says that God ought to be the source of each person's happiness for them to truly experience happiness. But the way Will Smith is saying this is he's actually saying that it's not his job as a husband to make her happy, and it's not her job as a wife to make him happy, but it's their job to make themselves happy. So he's speaking of the same issue that the Bible says is the great sin of mankind, which is self-centeredness, sin that evolves around selfishness and picking self over others, right? Which is why Cain killed Abel, and why you see, so many things going on in the world today, because people are selfish and they're choosing themselves over other people. Whereas God says the way we should love people is have a sacrificial love, where we choose them over us, and we prefer their good and their needs over our own, and that is how you find true happiness, and that's true love. So what Will Smith here is saying is the complete opposite of the beautiful idea of sacrificial love that God teaches us in the Bible. And no wonder their marriage is in shambles. This is the fruit of their marriage. And when you have somebody that's in, a bad marriage, and you can't really take their advice, because they have a bad marriage, so obviously they don't know what they're doing. They're not doing things the right way. So let's keep it going, man. He already got me on a roll. Let's go ahead and keep it going.
Ability to make her happy, and then we're going to come together and build on that happiness.
He explains, quote, "We have given each other trust and freedom, with the belief that everybody has to find their own way. And marriage for us can't be a prison. And I don't suggest our road for anybody."
Hold on. Let me take that back. Let me take that back real quick. Let's go forward. So we got to read this quote together, y'all. Okay? We got to break this down. We got to dissect this, all right? We have given each other trust and freedom. Okay? With the belief that everybody has to find their own way, and marriage for us can't be a prison. All right, first sentence. We have given each other trust and freedom. If you have an open marriage where you are able to have intimacy with more than just your spouse, then there's nothing to trust. There is no opportunity to trust, because what do you normally trust in a marriage? You trust that your spouse is going to be faithful to you. That's how it always has been. You trust that the spouse is going to be faithful to you. So if you have forfeited the exclusivity of a marriage, meaning that my body is yours only and your body is mine only, right? We've made that agreement with each other, that covenant of love, to have an exclusive relationship that nobody else is able to access. When you throw that away, there's nothing to trust. So when you say we have given each other trust, trust what? There's nothing to trust anymore. Okay? And freedom. Now this part right here is resonating with a lot of people out there in the world. And I know why. And I'm gonna show you why it's not true. You guys are thinking, yeah, freedom. You are free to engage in relations with anybody you want in an open marriage, right? Within the parameters that have been set by the couple, okay? And you say, yeah, that's freedom right there. I mean, if I feel like going out and sleeping with such and such that I met at Starbucks because I thought they were attractive and I just want to have a one night stand, I mean, man, yeah, being able to do that without my spouse getting mad at me, without my marriage, falling apart, whatever it might be, it's freedom. Okay. All right. Let me tell you why that's not freedom. It's not freedom because people are wired to look for love, to look for someone that is going to love them and commit to them. A type of love that is exclusive, special, intimate, and loyal. People deeply, deeply long for that type of love. It's the best love you can get. Nobody can disagree with that. It's the best love you can get. What happens in an open marriage, I will venture to say that in most of these open marriages, the husband and the wife have given up on the idea that people are out there that will love them exclusively, that will be loyal to them. They have given up on that idea. They have no hope in that type of world. They have no hope that there are people out there. They have no hope that that love exists. They have no hope that that love is available for them. So what they've done is, to avoid the pain of seeking that precious, rare love that we all seek in some form or fashion, they have said, you know what? I'm not going to expect that anymore because I don't think that that's realistic. So I'm going to have an open marriage so I don't have to worry about looking for that love and not finding it and getting hurt when I am thinking I have that love and then find out that it's not really what I thought it was. So it's a cop out. An open marriage is a cop out. Okay? Or the couple is saying, I don't possess that type of deep, intimate love where I can be committed and loyal and faithful and have a special love exclusively for one partner, a special intimacy exclusively for them. I don't possess that. And so because I can't love that way, I'm not going to expect my spouse to love that way. So the only way we can coexist is to have an open marriage where we can go out and do what we want with other people. So it's actually not freedom. I know I took a long time to get back to that, but it's not freedom because the bondage of mankind is not having that love and searching for it. And that that pursuit enslaves people. So when you're in an open marriage, you are, what you're doing is you're still stuck in that pursuit of that special exclusive love. You're never getting it. And so you still are gonna face those insecurities. You still are not gonna feel truly loved, truly valued. You're not gonna feel like anybody is willing to really commit to you. You're not gonna feel special because your partner is not committing to you only. The love is spread abroad, and so you're always going to have the insecurities and the unsatisfied soul, even if you pretend like the open marriage is a great idea. You're always going to be unsatisfied because you don't have an exclusive love that's exclusively for you from another human being. So you're still stuck in that bondage, the bondage of being unsatisfied and feeling unloved. That's bondage of the soul. So when he says that we're giving each other trust and freedom, that's not, there's no trust to be had, and there's no real freedom in that. You're still in the same rat race we're all in, trying to find true love and hadn't found it, right? So, except for the ones who have got married and have a biblical, godly marriage, one man, one woman, right, for life, right? Somebody can truly commit to me for life. This is amazing. They only want me. This is amazing. Wow, I feel great, right? So let's go to the next sentence. With the belief that everybody has to find their own way. That is, they believe that, but just because you believe something doesn't make it right or true, right? With the belief that everybody has to find their own way. Let me rephrase that for you, Mr. Smith. With the belief that everybody has to find God's way. With the belief that everybody needs to find God's way. Because God's way is the best way. The way to true happiness, true joy, true love, true worth, true purpose, true peace. God's way is the best way. The Bible says that every way of a man seems right in his own eyes, but the end leads to death. I guarantee you that if Will Smith and Jada Pinkett continue down this path, their end will be some form of death, and they're already reaping it now. I bet you Jada is experiencing all kinds of insecurities. I bet you she has experienced jealousy when she sees Will possibly openly having relations with another woman, and vice versa. That feeling that you get, that jealousy, that blow that you get, that's a form of death. They're reaping negative consequences for their actions. And ultimately, I mean, it could lead to, full-blown death. I mean, that's what sin does. I don't know if it'll do that, but it's very possible. And so they're not reaping life from their open marriage. They're reaping death. Regardless of what they tell you. At some point, it might take another 10, 15 years of sleeping around, if they are, and they'll finally say, man, this is not fulfilling me at all. Like, I need somebody that's going to love me and me only in this way. Right? And then they come and find out, like, man, this is not giving me life. This is actually killing my soul. They're reaping death. All right, let's read again. And marriage for us can't be a prison. Once again, I'm married. I've been married for 10 years. I'm happily married to my wife. It's not a prison. I am free from seeking love. I'm free from seeking somebody that will just love me. I am free from seeking somebody that will just love me for me. I'm free from that. My wife loves me for me. I don't have to try to impress women anymore because I have a wife. She's impressed with me. Even in my lowest moments, she's okay with me. She's going to be there. I don't have to worry about her leaving. I'm free from that, from the uncertainty of relationships, from the possibility that you met with this nice girl and y'all was kicking and y'all was having a good time for a week or two. All of a sudden, she stopped answering your calls. She disappeared off the face of the earth. Or she says, I'm just not feeling you anymore. I'm free from that. I'm good. I'm coming home to the same woman every day. I'm free from those doubts, fears, insecurities, search, pursuit, uncertainty. I'm free from that. Before I met my wife, I was not free from that. And I did not enjoy that. I did not enjoy that pursuit. I did not enjoy not being sure if they really loved me or not. I did not enjoy wondering if it would last or not. Now I have the utmost confidence after 10 years that we're going to last. We love each other, and we've been through some hard times too, and we still together. So I'm free. I'm experiencing freedom. So for them to say that, marriage can't be a prison, y'all don't know what marriage is. Marriage is freedom. The Bible says a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. Prison is not good. So to say that, the traditional biblical marriage is a prison, that's not right. So I'm a living testimony that I am free. Now, I mean, you guys, just for the sake of you guys hearing this and helping y'all feel better about what I'm saying here. Yeah, sometimes I'm like, man, I got to worry about my wife and I got to make sure that I'm providing, and there's pressure there. And I can imagine being single and not having to worry about that. But guess what? I would have to worry about once again finding true love. Do they really love me? Are we gonna last? Are they gonna stop answering my calls? Are they gonna ghost me? All that stuff. Yeah, I might not have to make sure that I'm working so I can provide for my family or whatever, or come home at a certain time. I can stay out all night, party, whatever. But those things don't compare to having somebody that loves you for you and that loves you for life, and only loves you in that specific special way, and nobody else when we're talking about intimacy here. So yeah, I wouldn't trade it for anything. And I'm glad he said, and I don't suggest our road for anybody. I'm glad he said that, because nobody should take that road, because that road is not going to satisfy. See, my heart goes out to Will and Jada because they're just simply confused. And their kids are, the message their kids is getting is like, once again, like, true love doesn't exist. Nobody will love me for me. I'm not worth loving in that way, in that special, exclusive way. Relationships are not sacred. The idea of a soulmate doesn't exist. So their kids are getting that bad message as well. It's probably hurting their, self-esteem. It's probably hurting their identity is probably shooken because of what they're seeing their parents doing, and Jaden can't look at Will, knowing that he is fooling with other women, and think to himself that Will really loves his mom. He can't feel confident about that. That's not even possible. Unless you have a super, super distorted, perverted idea of what love is. It just doesn't work. And somebody try to argue against this, a non-Christian would probably say, man, you don't know what you're talking about. Open marriages is loving. No, it's not, man. Take a look in the mirror, dude. Like, you haven't experienced true love. What you're experiencing is lust. What you're saying is, look, I want to have more than one partner because I have desires to have more than one partner. And to just free me up to act on those desires, that is love. But what you don't know is that having more than one partner is that's messy. It's chaotic. It's stressful. It's confusing. You're messing up your soul because you're doing it with more than one person. You're messing up your soul. You're going to be a wreck at some point. You're going to be lost. That's not love. Going with your desires is not always a good idea. Sometimes people have desires to murder other people. Is that good? No. Following your desires can be detrimental sometimes. You have desires to eat bad food all the time. Guess what? You're going to end up with diabetes or cancer. You got to fight against some desires. Some desires are poisonous. This is one. Having multiple partners is a poisonous desire. multiple baby daddies, multiple baby mamas. That's a poisonous desire. I know too many people who have multiple baby daddies and baby mamas. They have essentially ruined their lives. They're having drama with several people at the same time when they should only be having drama with one person. And it's essentially ruined their lives. Kids are confused. Who's my real daddy? Which one is it? Who my real mama? Which one is it? Kids growing up in a hell, a certain type of hell. It's not fun, and it's not gonna work. I don't. There's no logic you can give me to tell me that this thing is gonna work out, and this is a great idea. It's not. Be honest with yourself. That's all I got. I'm not gonna finish the video here because this video is already long, and I think I addressed the issue at hand, open marriage, the idea of open marriage. Gave you my thoughts, gave you what I think the Bible has to say about it, and so we're gonna stop right there, man. I love y'all, and I hope that this really helps somebody and opens somebody's eyes up. Please don't fall into this trap, and I'm praying for Will and Jada, that they will recommit to each other, reconcile with each other, and that God will heal their marriage and bless their kids in the process. All right. I love y'all. And if you like this, please like and subscribe. I could definitely use the support. Peace out.